Hi, I'm Laura Mells. In this video, I'm going to discuss the process of applying for a work visa in Indonesia. Indonesia has a very complex process that expatriates and the organizations looking to hire them must navigate before they are able to work in the country. When applying for a work visa in Indonesia, these are the terms that you will see often. The RPTKA is the expatriate placement plan that companies must apply for to be able to hire expatriates. The IMTA is a work permit that allows organizations to legally hire foreigners. This permit is issued through the Department of Manpower and is issued to the company for the specific individual they are looking to hire. DPKK is the Skill and Development Fund fee. It is a tax charge to companies employing foreigners and amounts to $1,200 US a year. The VITAS is a limited stay permit visa, which must be exchanged for a KITAS within 7 days of arriving in Indonesia. KITAS is a temporary stay permit, which is valid for 1 year and can be renewed annually for up to 5 years. KITAP is a long-term stay permit, which can only be applied for after 5 years of renewing your KITAS. IKTA is an expatriate work permit, which is required to work in the country. This can be applied for by submitting the receipt of payment of the DPKK and the company's IMTA. The following are the briefly listed steps required to achieve a work visa for Indonesia. The organization in question must have an expatriate placement plan approved. Indonesia guidelines on hiring expats are strict, and companies must supply reasons for hiring the expat and what position they will hold. Once the RPTKA has been granted, employers must receive the IMTA, the work permit, which is legal authorization to hire a foreigner. DPKK, the Skill and Development Fund fee, must be paid before the work permit can be approved. At this point, the company can apply for a VITAS on your behalf, which will be shipped to the Indonesian representative nearest to you. Once you arrive in Indonesia, you have 1 week to report to a regional immigration officer to apply for a KITAS, which is valid for 1 year. After this, you can apply for the IKTA, which allows you to work in the country. For long-term work placements, after 5 years of annually renewing the KITAS, the expat can apply for the KITAP, which lasts for 5 years. The following documents must be submitted by foreign employees looking to work in Indonesia. They must supply a passport with at least 18 months left before expiration, the curriculum vitae in either English or Indonesian signed by the worker, a separate list of job references and work experience, a copy of their most recent diplomas and degrees, and color photographs, all on a red background. The employer must also provide the following documents in order to get an expatriate approved to work for their company. They must supply a letter of application, a request for permission to apply for work permit, a copy of manpower utilization plan for a foreign worker, a copy of the KITAS visa when it is available at the end of the process, a copy of a letter of recommendation, a copy of a complete passport, a copy of your employee's curriculum vitae as well as their work history and references, a copy of their most recent diplomas and degrees as well as their work contract, a valid report of obligation of worker, and 4 sheets of black and white photographs. From my research, the only direct and official cost to the expatriate in the application process is the fee for the KITAS, which costs around $64 US. In addition, the company will be charged $1,200 US per year for the DPKK fee. To help with the complex application process, many people hire agents who work within Indonesia and understand the steps well. They may also have contacts to help speed the process along. This would have a much higher cost than completing the applications yourself. Once the expat has arrived in Indonesia, they have 7 days to exchange their VITAS for a KITAS. The KITAS lasts for 1 year before it must be renewed. After this has been renewed for 5 consecutive years, the expat may apply for the KITAP, which lasts 5 years before needing to be renewed. After supplying the proper documentation for spouses and dependents, meaning children, they will be issued a KITAS, which will allow them to move to Indonesia with the expat. In order for the spouse to also work, they must apply separately for the IKAT sponsored by an organization wanting to hire them. Unfortunately, currently under Indonesian law, same-sex marriage, civil unions, and domestic partnerships are not recognized and therefore would not receive a visa with their spouse. So that concludes my brief overview of the application process for a work permit in Indonesia. Thanks for watching.